Hello guys, it's Mickey. Welcome to my channel. And if you're just new to my channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time there's an upload coming from me. So as I promised you guys, every Thursdays, Tuesdays and Saturdays, we're just meant to make something. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, no more reviews, okay? So people won't strangle me to death for saying the truth. So we just get to talk about organic products and some other products and blah blah blah. And questions, we get to talk about them during the week. And on Sundays, we get to answer your questions. You know, questions pulled out all through the week, we get to answer them. So today, I promised you guys I was going to teach you guys how to make soap base. Well, I'm going to teach you guys how to make soap base today. So let's go. Okay, so we're about to make our soap base. I'm not using my backlight, and I hope I'm using the ray view of the sun, so I can see it. It's a bit bright, but not all that bright, but it's good. Well, I'm also wearing this. I couldn't find my glove, hence I'm wearing this because I don't want the uh, lye splashing on my hands and all that. I came a long way taking this off, so please, I don't want it coming back. And we're going to be needing our lye. We're going to use our lye. We'll use 45 grams of lye. I'll be using rose water. I'll be using 100 ml of my rose water. So I won't be using distilled water, but you can decide to use distilled water if you want to use distilled water. But I just feel like using rose water. And we'll also need our castor oil. This is castor oil. We'll need 100 ml of castor oil. We'll also need our almond oil. Now you can decide to use coconut oil, avocado oil, any oil of your choice, but I decided to use almond oil. And apart from that, almond oil is suitable for all skin, though it takes a while for it to absorb, but it's suitable for all skin. So if you want to go ahead to choose your oil, make sure you choose oil that is suitable for all skin, so as for your base soap to also be used to make other soaps. Okay, and our vegetable glycerin is 75 ml. We need 75 ml of our vegetable glycerin. We would need our stearic acid. We need half cup of stearic acid. That's 125 ml. This is it, half cup of stearic acid. Would need betaine. This is 210. I don't know the chemical name for it, but I'm going to put it on my description box so you guys get to see the chemical name. Well, I tend to call it betaine. Would need 210 ml of our betaine, and would need our triethanolamine. I tend to call it tea. You know, if you want to go buy it, just tell them you want to buy tea in any chemical shop. They understand. So for your tea, you need 35 ml of tea, and we'll need our propylene glycol, which helps in melting it and unmelting the soap. You know, when you probably want to grate the soap, and because it's a base soap, you're definitely going to grate it with other soap, maybe your black soap or other things. So you need your propylene glycol. And what we have to do right now is to get our container. This is our container. See it? I'm going to back away a little bit. So you add your 100 ml of your rose water. I already know the measurements, so you guys should actually learn your measurements yourself. So we need 100 ml of our rose water. So get in there. Gotcha. Okay, so that's 100 ml of our rose water. And now for our lye, we just dab it in. Careful to whisk it a bit. So I'm sorry I'm using this. I'm just a bit scared. Of the lye, so it shouldn't splash on it. It's becoming hot. So this is not doing the work. It's way bigger than what I'm using. So let's use this. Wow, you can see the film, right? Hot. So all we just have to do is set it aside and we'll get back to it later. Okay, it's been set aside. So now all we have to do again is get our oil. This is our crock pot. Sorry, I'm going to move the camera so ends the break in transmission. So we have to get to our crock pot because we're going to put our oils into the crock pot in order for it to heat up at a slow slow pace. So we'll add our oils. We'll add our castor oil. We're adding 100 ml of castor oil. In case you just bumping on the channel right now or you're just watching it now, we're using 100 ml of our castor oil. We're adding our almond oil, adding 30 ml of our almond oil into it as well. And we also get to add our stearic acid as well. So for the stearic acid, we're adding 125 ml. That's half cup of stearic acid into it. And this is my spatula, and just putting my spraying alcohol, and I get to clean it. You can decide to clean it, you can decide not to clean it. You just have to mix your oil as well as your stearic acid together. Okay, so, and you know the crock pot actually takes a while for it to melt, so all we have to do is leave the stearic acid because the stearic acid has to melt. Okay, so we leave it and cover it up in a crock pot and allow it to melt. Okay, all right, wait for it to melt and I get back. Okay, so now you can see it's completely melted, so all we just have to do is open it up, and you can see it's melted. So we need to add our lye. That's all we just have to add now. Add our lye into it, into the mixture. But when adding your lye, you add it gradually so as for it not to get gunky in some areas. Okay. You can use just your spatula to mix it if you want to, but okay. All right. Alright, so all we have to do now is turn on the crock pot again, because I just had to take it off. So we have to turn on the crock pot again because it's not hot, so we have to. Okay. we heat it up again. That is, we have to melt it again. And naturally, if you don't have like the mixer right now that I'm using, you can use your spoon, because if I'd used my spoon, it would have, you know, look at it, that melted like this, melted really well. But it's possible I might not touch some areas the way I used my blender to my mixer to touch some areas. That's why I wanted to use the mixer to mix it really well, because I want the light to incorporate as well with the stearic acid as well as the oils. Okay. Okay. You have to make sure we push out everything. Let me get a smaller spoon. So let me use my spraying alcohol on the spoon, because we need to sanitize. Sorry, I'm far away from the speaker. We need to sanitize everything we're using right now, because this has to do with the skin. So you have to make sure you're keeping everything clean and sanitized. It has to be really sanitized, because this is going to be used on someone's skin. All right. You can decide not to use a crock pot. I'm using it at a slow heat. You can decide, oh, what the hell is Mickey doing? I want to use mine in the high heat. Just do it and not waste too much time. But it's actually time wasting anyway, because you see, the time I had to wait for my oils to get melted alongside with stearic acid took a while. Okay, we're done bringing it out. So okay, all I have to do now is cover up my crock pot. Get all this out of it and cover up the crock pot. Right now it looks horrible, right? I know some people are like, oh, doesn't look pretty at all. Let's never mind, it's look for now. Okay, we leave it to get melted, completely melted. Okay, so we cover up the lid again. You can see how making a base soap is really stressful. Okay, so we come back. Okay, so you can see how it looks like now, and in case it becomes rocky like mine was, you add oils. You keep adding more oils into it till it becomes like gummy like this, you know, jelly. Yeah, that's what I get to call it, like, but gummy though. So now we need to add betaine. Yes, I really don't know the chemical name for it, so I just call it betaine as a short form for it. So we add the betaine into it. So the betaine we're adding into it is 210 ml. In case you're just joining, we need 210 ml of betaine. So we mix it together. You can actually decide to use a double boiler. It's not a must to use crock pot, but the reason why I'm using crock pot is though it's slow, I need a slow heat. Apart from that, I need space. You know, double boiler, I don't really have space. I tend to have like a small plastic plates that I use in doing it, so no space. But I have space when I use this one. Okay, so we also need to add propylene glycol. Okay, so this propylene glycol actually makes it meltable and remeltable. So adding our propylene glycol into it. I don't want it sticky at the end, so that's why I'm actually sticking on it like this. I don't want it sticky and gunky. Okay, so we need to mix it very well, then we leave it to cook again. But before we actually close it up, we need to get our sugar. You can actually use a sugar solution, but let me tell you the way I'm going to make my own sugar. So we'll just cover it a bit and we get to get our sugar. Okay, so what we're going to do is sorry, let's put on the gas. Then we get, I'm actually using a fry pan because the pot I use them in cooking, so the fry pan is available. And we get our sugar. We're using 100 ml of the water there, okay, and 90 grams of our sugar. So we'll put the sugar into it. Okay. We get another spatula. We're not using the same spatula I used, okay, so you should know that. It's not another spatula. So this is what we're going to use. Now I know some of you will be like, okay, why did you put the sugar in the water and why are you using this solution? Well, it's something you should know. I'm using it at a slow heat, so I didn't increase the volume of my gas. Well, the reason why I'm doing it like this is one, the sugar solution is going to help it bubble, okay, because we definitely want our soap to bubble. So we'll actually make it bubble a bit, so that's why I'm using the sugar solution. You can see why it's a bit crazy when you're making your soap base. It's so crazy. Okay. So the sugar is actually gone, almost gone. Okay. Be sure to be sure to make sure the granules tends to sink into the sugar. Okay, so now we'll just put up the gas. Okay, and I take it back to the crock pot. Okay, now we're back to the crock pot, and all we just have to do is add the sugar solution into the crock pot. Okay. So some people get to use sorbitol, but you know, I'm in Africa, so we don't really get access to sorbitol. So that's why I used sugar solution. So it's actually almost similar to sorbitol. So okay. So all I just have to do is cover it up and let it cook. And should I say I'll see you guys later, or we should add our vegetable glycerin to make it quicker, because I have somewhere I'm going to. So let's just add our vegetable glycerin inside it, like now. Okay, add the vegetable glycerin inside it. I'm actually heading out, so it's taking practically almost all my time. Okay, so as I said again, yeah, you know, my measurement of my almond oil as well as my castor oil was very little, so you can actually just decide to add more oils, okay? Because if you don't add oils, it will be gunky. Mine was gunky, so I added oils to make it jelly. Okay, so you need to add more oils to make it jelly. And we'll come back. Okay, so I'm using the double boiler method now. NEPA decided to disgrace my old age and took the light. So we're using the double boiler method. You can see it's a transparent soup. It's actually melting. Okay. You have to keep waiting till it melts completely. Okay, we have to cover it again. We're almost there. Almost. So we'll get back later. So you can see how transparent it's becoming. Look at it. So it's becoming really clear. And we've still not added our tea, triethanolamine. I get to make so many mistakes when I call that name. Okay, let's scrap that one out a bit. Okay. Also add the loose end. Okay, so now we're gonna add our tea into it. Okay, so probably in another video, I don't know, maybe it's the next video, but in another video I'll teach you guys how to make cold press. This is a hot pressed soap base, so I'll teach you guys how to make cold pressed soap base using goat milk or cow milk. Any which milk is fine. Or maybe using vegetable glycerin. The way we use vegetable glycerin in making this soap. Okay. So if you notice yours is not that smooth, you could just decide to, you know, now take away the upper layers and just put it in your mold. So now we'll practically take it out soon, but not yet. And we'll put in our mold and okay. I know some of you might ask a question, can I just use the base soap like that? Well, most times actually it doesn't really contain all the ingredients or necessary ingredients to help your skin look clean. Okay, so when you're mixing your soap base with probably your secondary ingredients, then you're mixing the ingredients you actually want to have. Maybe you want to mix your acne soap, your whitening soap, but you want it to be a solid soap, like tablet soap. So you definitely need a base, and this is our base, a clear base. Most times we refer to this as our vegetable glycerin soap base. That's what most people refer to it as, vegetable glycerin soap base. And I made it not to have too many detergents, more like it won't be bubble, like it won't bubble that much, because we're going to add a secondary ingredient into it. Okay, so that's why. And detergents at times is not really that good on the skin. That was why I didn't add too much cocoa betaine. I limited my cocoa betaine to 200 instead of using 300 to 350 ml. I would have used that measurement to make it, but I used a very little cocoa betaine because I didn't want, most people react, as I said earlier, most people react to detergents, so we don't want our soap base being all detergent. So our secondary soap, will do the work for us. Now if you actually want to use black soap in making your secondary soap, no wahala, you could do that. Okay, it's not really that clear, but it doesn't matter. It's clear but not all that clear, but it doesn't matter. Let's just leave it alone for a while and then we put it in our mold. Okay, so later, you can see our soap, it's actually becoming really clear. So I'm trying to take this one out. Okay, so we're done. All we just have to do is use our spraying alcohol, okay, just to rid off any germs. And now we just add our soap base in the mold. I just add it anyway because it's so hot. Ouch. Okay, now I can use this one to hold it. Okay. There's a reason why I did it the way I did it, so that some parts won't be bigger than some other part. Yeah. Okay. Get another mold. Really don't like using plastic because in the long run you might not be able to get it out. Oh, let me put my spraying alcohol in the plastic and at the same time cleaning it. So just fix our mold, our soap base. I don't know why I keep making mistakes. Okay, okay. So yeah, it's still hot. Yes. Okay, now we're done. And we just get to set it aside and I get to clean my tiles. So I'll show you guys the after effects. Oh wait, but before then I have to spray this on top. I know some people will be like, oh, won't spraying alcohol have effect on it? Nope, it will not. You just need to spray it on it to disinfect any infection that might probably want to get in your soap. So I'll show you guys the after effect later. Okay, so it's actually solidified. See it? I'm taking just a part of it. This is how it looks. You see? It's just the so if you actually want to crop it, you can crop it. That was why I made it like that, and I had to spread it the way I had to spread it. So if I want to crop it to make it look neat, it will just look completely neat, downwards and upwards. So now let's go wash our hands and see how it looks. Okay, so now here is the soap, and all I have to do is just you can see it. Okay, you can see it's actually foaming. It's not completely dried because it's not so thick yet. So you see, let me foam it up, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So it doesn't really get so foamy because this is our base soap, which we actually need a secondary soap. Look at it. You see it? So the reason why I had to make sugar serum, the sugar serum is a solution that is actually making it bubble right now. You can see the bubbles. So that is how you make your soap base. This is actually a transparent soap base. You can see it's a transparent soap base, and I'll show you guys probably in another video. I don't know when, but I will do it. How to I'm still having a soap in it because we added the detergent into it. So I'll show you guys how to use a secondary soap to grate with your base soap, because right now we don't have all the ingredients. For people who probably want to treat acne, probably they want a soap that would whiten them. This is just a soap base. It cannot do the work. You can see it's not yet solidified. I just wanted to show you guys it cannot do the work you want it to do. If you probably wanted to take your dark spot away and stuff like that, it can't do it. You need other ingredients, your secondary ingredient. This is the soap base, so you need a secondary ingredient to help you put the soap to work. Okay, so probably just stay tuned to my channel because I'm still going to teach you guys how to make goat milk soap base, goat milk whitening creams and all that. And I love you guys like kilo day. Bye guys.